So good afternoon everyone. So let us start a new topic, that is the layout of the thermal power plant. So in the previous lecture we already discussed about the thermal power plant and the site selection of the thermal power plant, right? So in this lecture we will see about the layout and the working of the thermal power plant. So basically the layout of the thermal power plant we will simply divided into three segments. That is, the first segment will be started from the coal storage, coal handling plant, ash storage and the ash handling plant, and the boiler. This one is the first segment. Now the second segment will be from the air preheater, economizer and the superheater and chimney and the forced draft fan and the turbine and the alternator. And the third segment will be started from the feed water pump, cooling tower and the river, right? Now how this thermal power plant will be working? So we will start it from the coal storage. So basically in the coal storage, first we have to carry the coal from the coal mines by the railway and the roadway, right, and it's stored into the coal storage. Now the coal will be available into the coal storage, this will be again transferred or this will be again fed into the coal handling plant by using the crane or by using the by using some particular arrangement will be there for the handling of the coal into coal storage to the coal handling plant. And now this coal will be fed into the boiler. So before feeding into the boiler, we are just kept one thing in your mind. This coal we have to first convert it into the pulverized size. So what is pulverized size? Pulverized size means that is converted into the very thin powder. So if we are just pulverized coal we are just fed into the boiler, definitely the efficiency of burning coal into the boiler will be increases, and definitely it is proportional to the efficiency of the output will be increases, right? Now what is the input of the boiler here? The input of the boiler is, the first one is coal, natural air and the natural water. So if the three things are together, then definitely the combustion of the coal will be started, that is the burning of coal will be started, right? Now in the boiler the coal will be fed. Now we will see about these three blocks, that is first one is the air preheater, economizer and the superheater. What is the function of air preheater, economizer and the superheater? So similarly, according to the function of the air preheater, it will be catches the natural air which is available into the nature, right, by using the forced draft fan, and it is given to the air preheater, and air preheater will be to simply increase the temperature of natural air and it is fed to the boiler, right? Now similarly we are just see about the function of the economizer. So what exactly in the economizer? So similarly in the economizer we will having that is the water, and according to the function of economizer it increases the temperature of the water, and in the boiler now water and the natural air and the coal will be there, right? Definitely the combustion of coal will be started. Now whenever the complete combustion of coal will be there, then there will be the three products will be formed. The first one is ash, second one is flue gases and the third one is steam, right? So now simply we are just taking the first, that is the steam from this, and then we will passes through the superheater. But before going to feed on the turbine, why we are just passes this steam into the superheater? Because this steam will be made up from the water droplets, right? It is having some the water, that is the water droplets, that is moisture will be having it. So definitely we will just remove it. That means we will simply convert this wet steam into dry steam by passing through the superheater, and then we will pass this superheated steam on the turbine through the, that is a pressure valve, right? In between the superheater and the turbine there will the pressure valve be there, right? Now so according to the function of the turbine, it will be converted into the output of the turbine with the mechanical energy, and definitely the turbine and the alternator will be coupled to each other. This one and this one will be coupled to each other. That means whatever will be the output of the turbine, it is the input to the alternator, and as the function of the alternator is to simply convert the mechanical energy into the electrical energy. So in this way we are just getting the electrical energy. Now we will see the next part, right? Now if we are just feeding some steam on the turbines, so if we are just feeding the 90% steam on the turbine, right? But utilization of steam will be some, that is 80% of the 60%, but remaining steam will be where it is utilized. So this 20 to 30% steam will be extracted and it will be goes into the condenser, right? And whenever it will be goes into the condenser, it is converted into water, and this water will be reutilized in purpose into the economizer, right? Now we will see the third segment, that is the river and the water segment simply. So if you know, in the economizer water is there, right? So water is a very essential, that is a input for the boiler. So where we are just taking from the water, so simply here one river, that is water source will be available, that is a river, that is a lake, and that is a dam, will be many sources will be available. So from this river we are just taking the water into the water cooling tower or simply water storage, right? So before taking to use or before taking for the using purpose this water, we are just simply doing here some water treatment, right? That is a water treatment process, just like so in what exactly happen in the water treatment process? So we are simply remove the impurities which is available in the water, we are simply remove it, and when we after the filter it, then we are just using this water for the generation purpose, right? Now here we are just see here the feed water pump, by simply we are just feed the water, and again that is a feed water heater, and then this water we are just reutilize for into the economizer, right? So in this way we are just taking the water from the resource, that is the water resources, right? Now again the second product of the boiler, that is the ash. So how the ash will be disposed, right? So simply the ash will be passes through the ash handling plant, and from the ash handling plant it will be given to the ash storage, and after that it will be dumping, and many that is uses or many that is a uses purpose we will just using, that is to make simply the bricks and all this, right? Now the next one is that is a flue gases. So again the one question will be arises to all students, that is why the path of the flue gases will be like this, that is from the boiler to superheater, economizer, air preheater, and then chimney. Instead of this, why we are not choosing from the simple, that is a way, that is from the boiler to the chimney? Because if we are just passing this flue gases from the superheater, so this flue gases will be extracted at temperature into the superheater, and the uses of this superheater in the superheater to this temperature to increase the temperature of this, that is a steam. Similarly, whenever this flue gases will be passes through the economizer, definitely the heat will be extracted heat will be reutilized to increase the temperature of water, right? Similarly, whenever this flue gases will be passed through the air preheater, so definitely this extracted heat will be reutilized to increase the temperature of the natural air, right? And from this it will be passes through the chimney. So now again in between the air preheater and the chimney one filter is there, right? That is precipitator filter and a mechanical filter sometimes. So what is the use of this filter? To simply remove the impurities which will be available into the flue gases, because this flue gases will be if we are just then exhausted from the chimney, so definitely it will be affected on the human beings. So to simply reduce this effect on the that is human beings, we will simply that is a simply prefer one, that is a filter here. So in this way this thermal power plant and that is the working of the thermal power plant will be. So in the next lecture we will see that is a water treatment process. So thank you.